Communications Milwaukee, but are the sole comments of the host and guest of this particular show.
We are live.
Good morning. Good
We are
morning.
live.
How you doing this morning, Brian?
What's going on? What's going on, Toya? We back in the studio again for this Monday. A little gloomy, but we're gonna make it work. Got a lot of bright things ahead of us.
It's a blessed, beautiful day.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I'll take it because it
A
could
lot of
be
places need this rain.
it could be nice and crisp. It could be about 10, 15 degrees, snowing.
Hey,
I'll take every little bit of.
my
warmer
mom
air we
will
can get.
always say that people take for granted the weather with God. When it's hot, you complain about it's too hot. When it's cold, you complain about it's too cold. When it's just right, you complaining about it's muggy and it's your sinus messed up in you. So I said I'm gonna try to start not complaining about it. Just
Yeah.
But this is Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. My bad.
All right.
We started
Don't start right.
Jack, for
Sound
real.
like that.
How's the
Voice
community doing this morning?
I'm feeling pretty good, Yeah, okay, they did the update. It's
Yes,
it's
go
it-
ahead with
it's-
that. Wow.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that in a moment. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just catching up on what's the news of the week was, and looking at all the different topics, and of course we'll talk about, as we always do on Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices, talk about the local things, and also give you an update on anything that is important as far as nationally, maybe a couple topics here and there. Today we do got a guest, which is pretty cool. We have the co-founders of the Outlet app, Brittany Thompson and Joey Cole. They'll be coming in discussing their app and opportunities for entertainers, artists, comedians, and individuals alike who are trying to keep themselves, in the loop of things, and also, give yourself some ways to get your music out there and make some money while you're doing that. So we'll talk to them, let them break down what they do, how that works. Of course, we'll just give you some updates where we see, whether it's the things going on with the current administration or what's going on in Milwaukee. We do like to tap in. I think the first thing that we want to talk about, just because we are a community-based organization, we like to talk about awareness and just being vigilant, and also making sure that you are being mindful on the roads while you're driving. So let's talk about what we seen that me, you, and Mr. Jermaine Rideout were just talking about when he get back. We'll talk to him too. But that sad accident. Me and my aunt was talking about that last night when we was at the house. She had me put me to work putting together this table last night. 100-piece tables. It wasn't that bad,
Whoa.
but yeah, shout out to the factory that broke the piece and put it in the bag like nothing had happened. I've never seen that one before, but I know they probably didn't want to lose their job or had no issues in the factory, so they stuck it in the bag, right? But you know what's crazy, right? They broke the part, stuck it in the bag. But anyway, I was over there doing that. We were talking about that wrong way accident, and just the loss of life and casualties in that accident. I just want to say condolences to the local families and friends of the individuals who were in that accident. This right here, y'all, is why we have to continuously practice and preach being safe and making right decisions on the road. I don't know if they thought they knew the entrance to the freeway or not, but as you can see, it caused a lot of heartache, and I think this is just one of those situations where you really can't even say nothing else but
That
just
part right
being
there,
safe and be
because of
mindful.
what they were saying on the news.
What's up?
And they were talking to residents that live around there.
Yeah,
They need to get more clarity with that
the
on
entrance.
ramp.
Yeah.
Because they said this happened weekly.
Yeah.
That people almost went up that ramp.
And you know what's crazy though,
unclear.
and why it is because you got individuals in the city, and that's why I think is everybody. I feel like I was privileged to be able. Me and you talk about how we were able to all the time get to know Milwaukee.
Mhm.
Just because it's a smaller city don't mean it's not a lot of nook and cranny streets and neighborhoods that you don't really know. A lot of us don't know every area in
lot
Milwaukee.
of us just use GPS.
Right, GPS, and we go to where we know, right? We go to, I go to, our family neighborhoods, our friends' neighborhoods, the people that we do business with. But sometimes you'll pull up in the neighborhood like, ooh, some nice houses over here. I ain't never been down this block before.
Mm-hmm.
That's just being familiar with your surroundings and your geographical landscape, individuals.
And then also, if you
in the city.
confused, like even in that case with that ramp, you confused. Why are y'all racing?
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been a time that I'd be speeding up. You know
No.
what I'm saying? I would have been slowing down,
Yeah.
trying to be cautious. Like, is this right?
Yeah.
You know,
But you got to think it was late night. We just got to keep it a buck.
yeah,
It's Milwaukee. It was late night. They was probably having a good time out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all those factors come into play when it comes to going out here. Have I been a person that has had a good time out and done some speeding here in my personal life? Yes. Have I seen it happen? Yes. I've seen it happen multiple times from teenage years up into my 20s. People I know and people I don't know flying across the city, and we see the results of it all the time.
You see it every day, because
yeah.
this was the one intersection that have accidents all the time.
Well,
now I see
5.
40 Sherman and Capitol.
Yeah, that's
I'm
you see that a lot now
they
that you
have 5
live over
car
there, right?
accident last night sometime. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I was
My God,
you know what?
man.
You know what's funny that you not funny that you said, it's coincidentally I was online maybe and you might have seen this one. It would look like it was one earlier this week or earlier late last week. It was a real big one.
Mhm.
And I seen that one. Oh, the one you talking about. I seen that one too. They had requested 6 paramedics.
Yeah.
Last night. I
Last
seen
night.
it on the scanner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a pretty traumatic situation from what I heard. And it looks like, and what it looks like is, as we always see, because I remember one night driving back from I was at Alderman Russell Stamper's house, and the family having a they were having a like a Labor Day event, and I was over there hanging out with them, and I left. It was probably like, I don't know, 8-9 o'clock. It was a beautiful night, man. It was like September 2019. This was before everything I felt like fell out. It was like 2018, 2019. It was 2018, and I'm driving going back north, going home, and this dude in a red Monte Carlo blew the intersection going west, hit the cat that was right next to me who took off right away from the light, man, and knocked him all the way from in front of me to that light pole that's right there between the intersection by the gas station and the old 1290 building. Smacked that light pole down, tore dude up, man. It went from just being a cool situation at that intersection to this traumatic, and it was again just over recklessness. And this is that recklessness that we see during holiday seasons in the summertime. We have to continuously enforce.
But it ain't even summer no more, Brian.
Yeah,
these people fly and up the wrong way. Another thing I see is people get in the left turning lane. Like they, when you in your left turning lane, and cut in front of people.
I see it all the time.
And like you said, as soon as those lights turn, I do not no longer do that. As soon as them lights turn, I don't pull off.
That's a culture thing now in Milwaukee. That's a driving culture thing now. You gotta wait 2 to 3 seconds, 2, 3, 4 seconds. If you're not and you rushing, you're going to come into contact, and it may not be a reckless, goofy driver, like a young, goofy driver, or YN, as they say. It may just be a ON, a old, you know what I'm saying, that's making bad moves. Because I see older people, and now sometimes what happens is, you start to assimilate to your environment. You'll start doing what you see other groups doing. Oh man, these young cats doing it, man. Let me go around real quick and hit this bus lane real quick, because I keep seeing these YNs do it. I'm gonna be an ON and do it. No, that's not what you do. You got to still set the example.
Why would I use them words?
I don't know. I'm just saying. But you know what? Just making fun. That's.
I'm trying to get. I'm like
YNs. That's the new.
I know what it is.
Right.
But I'm like,
so right. The crazy they'll call it. If you need to find that out, put it in your Urban Dictionary. It'll pop up. Or call 414-444-5253. We'll have Jermaine tell you.
Hey, but the crazy thing about what you're saying, B, is that in reality, it's not just happening here.
No, it's not.
It's happening everywhere.
Across the country, yeah.
Like these running through the lights and speeding and baselining, like Texas, Atlanta, Chicago, New York. Like people that I know is telling me about this stuff, and I'm like, man, this stuff is happening here. So I really think that it's just the new culture now of.
It's the young ones that don't care about.
It's the young ones that don't care.
Understand the weight of 4,000 pound weight. I mean, 4,000 pound car is a weapon. You can be charged for attempted murder or reckless endangerment, like you shooting a gun at somebody, right?
By a vehicle.
Yeah, by driving
vehicle was the vehicle.
Vehicular homicide.
Yeah. But what I don't get, and I'm having a hard time.
What's up?
Trying to understand this thing is that these people see that people are dying from this stuff, but yet still do it, and I guess they think that it can't and won't happen to them.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing about it, because they be like, oh, what that happened to such and such, it ain't gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
So you see them doing some of the same stuff that these young cats is doing. And I just think that this is a generation of young people that grew up, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it, that grew up playing this Grand Theft Auto game.
You
because they doing exactly what you do on the game, except on the game there's no consequences.
Hey, let me tell y'all.
On the game you can come back to life.
Come back to life.
But let me tell y'all.
But like them 3 people lost their life the other day. They not coming back at all.
Yeah. So I know y'all. Y'all mentioned the Grand Theft Auto another time.
Can I say something once?
Yeah, go ahead.
But what was crazy about the situation? The car that was going the right way. They lived, and I'm gonna say my condolences to them as well. I hope they recover, and the young lady was with her dad. I hope they their mental be okay, because this traumatic for them. Recovery. Yep, speedy recovery.
And I'm sure
this
that
probably
the young
traumatic for them.
I'm sure whoever that was driving that car going the wrong way, I'm sure that wasn't their first time doing that. It just so happened that this was the last time and that they did it because they lost their life and everybody else that was with them. Yeah. So you don't just all of a sudden say, hey, I'm gonna get out and race.
That was racing them. You got to be really cruel because I know you had to see this accident at this point. You was racing with them,
but you
didn't even consider to stop.
But I'll be honest with you, Toya. This is the world that we live in.
But you don't know too if they was racing a stranger. You don't know the end. You don't even know the mindset of a person.
But even if it's a stranger, if I see somebody end up
in an accident.
I'm at least stop and call 911.
But like we said, we don't know if they was intoxicated. We don't know if they was off drugs. We don't know if they had guns in their car. We don't even know if they was able to drive. You know what I'm saying? It was
we gotta be more accountable though. We gotta, because like in that case, that's sad that you've seen them crash and you know y'all going the wrong way at this point. So you know people is severely hurt, if nothing else, and you couldn't just pull over and call 911 or something. And it's just something you ain't even have to stay.
But this is
that's heartless not to stay. But
this is the world, man, that we live in. It's unfortunate, but.
Oh, and I got another question, y'all. What is up with all these planes, man? This is the third plane that had fire, and they had to slide the people in Texas. They had to slide the people out the.
I'm not a person that's gonna just I'm just not gonna like put all these plane situations in one box and be like, oh, this is some type of conspiracy. I'm just saying,
no, that ain't what I was saying.
No, I'm just saying because a lot of people do that. You know, not you.
No.
Not you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying a lot of people do that. My thing is, I think just like everything else, mechanical issues. You got Greyhound buses that go down everywhere across the country, just like Greyhounds go down, planes go down, and we just hope that planes with the highly skilled professional, a lot of these airplane pilots are former fighter jet pilots and military servicemen and women from across the country. We thank you for your service and thanks for keeping us safe. For any pilots that may be listening to our radio show as well, we just
my
think
dad
it's
was
important.
a pilot.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Wow. We just want to make sure that we not putting any, not us, but just people in general, are not instilling the fear of travel. You still have a chance of of having a more significant situation happen to you walking down the street than you do flying on a plane, or driving in a car. So
this is all I'm saying is like, man, what is God trying to tell us? Because it's three planes and well you would say three planes and two helicopters and two planes within a week. Because like that emergency helicopter that was taking the family home, they said they're on the voice recorder, they didn't never get no response from them that something was wrong. And they dropped in the middle of it and killed somebody that was on the ground too, in their car. Yeah,
it was a lot of people that was affected by that. Like it was cars that caught on fire.
Yeah, so over 20 injuries plus the injuries. You got people critical condition. You got somebody who got hit with a piece of debris that was eaten inside of a restaurant.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Man. So
I mean, just imagine you walking out the station. You walk into your truck and.
But you got to think though, that's rocket fuel on a whatever amount tons jet. When it hit the ground, that's like dropping a missile. That looked like a missile drop from the ground.
Did you see that crater?
It did. Yeah, that crater. Yeah, it did.
So those are some of the updates of what's going on. We gonna come back to some because we got a lot to talk about. But I did want to, because Toya did remind me. So shout out to Toya real quick for making sure we add. And I was going to, but I think that the one I was going to do was a little different. Latoya did pull up the Community Journal, which we want to always recognize. That's Black history in itself. Just recognizing the Black. Let's just do that before I even go into this inventor. Let's just recognize. I just want to. Absolutely. I just want to recognize not even just what they got on the front page, but just the Milwaukee Community Journal for being Black history in Milwaukee. Recognizing and being around and giving us the information, right? And giving us the information that we need
in the Black community.
And I'm hoping that the young journalists and future journalists that we may have in our city will always find a way or continuously find a way to contribute to the Milwaukee Community Journal, because it is a staple in our community. We need to continue to recognize that. So thank you to Milwaukee Community Journal for that. Also, outside of that, I did want to mention, since we are on a microphone, I did want to mention an invention. Black inventors and Black history. It's so many things to say. I mean, I got something for every day of the month and the year practically. But today, I just want to recognize for Black history James Edward West, who's an African American inventor who co-invented the foil electric microphone. West and his colleague Gerhard M. Sessler developed the microphone in 1960s. The microphone they used or that he created is used in many devices, including phones, tape recorders, hearing aids, and camcorders. So you have used this invention in one way or another. West and Sessler's inventions were based on electric induced transducers, and the microphone was mass produced in 1968. He is also in the Hall of Fame of National Inventors too, which that that is pretty awesome as well. I'll just kind of give you a little more information about this microphone so you can understand the importance of it. So these devices transform sound waves into electrical signals using a specialized electric material which possesses a quasi-permanent electric charge. This unique characteristic allows electric microphones to be more compact, sensitive, and versatile compared to traditional dynamic microphones. So guess who probably was using this the most? The CIA, the FBI. This sounds like somebody, and you know who else? I'm sure a lot of just like TV, radio as well. You know, they was using this a lot too. So we want to make sure that we are highlighting the Black inventors, and the days that we be on these Mondays and Tuesdays in February, we definitely will be shouting out Black inventors and recognizing Black history makers, local and national, who have paved the way for us and have shown there's so many inventions that we use day to day that our people have created, and it needs to be recognized. How you guys feeling? What y'all think?
Created, invented.
Huh?
I said we practically invented America.
Yeah. We go down that one. We definitely can. 414-444-5253. I think it's what y'all think? You think it's a good time to take a break, y'all?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Keep on going for a little bit. Yeah. Hey Toya.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to? I like to always just, shoot from the hip because I think it's important. What are you looking forward to with some of our partnership stuff? You've been hitting the ground running with this partnership, and I do want to thank you for spearheading a lot what we got going on. What are some of the things and what you've been seeing from us interacting? What we got? I feel like I'm interviewing you right now. I'm getting a little practice before the break. What do you think are some things you feel we should be working on, and how we can make this partnership, this dynamic that we've been, kind of working on or kind of cultivating within our department? What do you see us doing, and how can we give that?
I see us helping because, as you know, we work with a lot of small nonprofits, and I really feel that us helping them learn how to grow in capacity with civic engagement involved into their nonprofits, it would really help a lot of change that they're working on.
Okay.
So, because a lot of our partners aren't really civically invested.
Okay.
And you know what invested is, where they don't even see if it's a policy or a law or a bill that's in the works for the causes that they're fighting for.
Yeah.
Then you got some of our partners that's totally invested.
Right.
So just want to bring a means to that both groups to make sure that we all know that our civic involvement in our community, along with our partnerships, will bring us a whole long way. Politically invested.
I like that. I like that, because we're gonna get this thing, and we gotta get this convening going. I think we're gonna talk about also bringing in some partners too, new partners as well. So we'll be talking about that in the future too. So we are on Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices, 860 WNOV 106.5. Latoya and Brian. We'll be right back after this break.
Remembering what we stand for. At Wisconsin Voices, we remember what we stand for. Check out our movement dedicated to empowering citizens and shaping the future. Engage with us on our website, social media, and podcast to make a difference. Visit wisconsinvoices.org. Explore our events calendar, like and subscribe to us on social media. Listen to recent podcasts and radio, and subscribe to our email and newsletter. Amplify your voice and be a voice today.
Wisconsin Voices' 3 pillars are protecting democracy. Your vote is your voice. Wisconsin Voices works to protect democracy in Wisconsin by fighting voter suppression, promoting voting rights, and ensuring fair elections for all. Teaching advocacy. Teaching advocacy empowers and educates advocates in Wisconsin by offering training, resources, and support to enhance their skills, fostering a more informed and effective advocacy community for social and economic change. Building community. Wisconsin Voices builds strong communities for a healthy democracy by collaborating with diverse partners, creating networks for positive change, and fostering a sense of belonging and common purpose. Learn more about Wisconsin Voices by going to wisconsinvoices.org. Learn more about what our partners are doing by visiting the events calendar. Listen to recent episodes by going to our podcast and radio. Get involved today.
Hey Milwaukee, tune in to Be a Voice Radio, discussing the latest local and national community and civic topics that matter to you the most. Every Monday and Tuesday at 11 a.m. on 860 WNOV and 106.5 FM.
860 AM 106.5 FM. WNOV, The Voice.
Y'all, welcome back to Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices. Brian Sanders here with my co-worker and my supervisor, co-host, co-worker, co-host, supervisor, Miss Latoya Jones this week. We'll figure out what it's gonna be tomorrow. Latoya has a running change in her last name sometimes, so she'd have been every Latoya that you can imagine.
Wow.
Every famous Latoya. Yes, yes, she's been Latoya Jackson. Come on to the mic, young lady. Get you close. Yeah. She'd have been every Latoya that you can imagine. So yeah, she definitely she switch it up on you.
She was Latoya White last week.
Right. Then Latoya Black the next day. All right. So
yes.
I do want to
Johnson, Benson.
Yeah, everybody, all of them. I do want to thank y'all for coming back to Be a Voice Radio. We always like to, one thing is always important, I always say it, and it sounds like a broken record, but I'm always say it, is that we like to reach out and break these silos down in Milwaukee. We working on that and organizing and partnerships. Another thing that's important is also making sure that we acknowledging, Black businesses and businesses, period, in the city that are doing great things and up and coming groups. So today, we do have some up and coming folks who already been putting in work in the city, but they establishing themselves in a new area. And I love that we are some of the people that get to introduce them first before they take off, and we can't get them on these private jets and calls, and they're going to be doing all this stuff. So we got two people. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, thank you. Yes. I ain't tripping. Give me 2-3 rides. I'm straight. Wherever you go, a couple vacations, I'm good. Rich, I appreciate it. So today we have the co-founders of Outlet App. I'm going to introduce them individually, and then we'll go ahead and talk to them and get it popping. So first we have the founder of Outlet App, Mr. Joey Cole, is a former recording artist, now entrepreneur, committed to redefining the future of digital entertainment by supporting artists who face numerous challenges in streaming-driven market. His unwavering commitment to this mission is unbalanced alongside his responsibilities as a Class A CDL transporter, owning and operating a facility maintenance company, caretaker for his mother who lives 70 miles away, and is a dedicated father. And before we talk about anything else, I want to shout you out for taking care of your mother, being a caretaker. We up here are all highly family people up in this building, so thank you. We all talk about how we close to our families and loved ones in here, so I just want to shout you out for that. And all these great things you're doing as being a young Black man knocking these doors down for entrepreneurship and showing young men how to do it, because just reading this is motivating me. So thank you for that. So next, and we're gonna come back to you, Mr. Cole, as well. Next, we have Miss Brittany Thompson. Brittany Thompson, born and raised in Milwaukee's North Side. Go ahead, throw it up. Is dedicated mother of one creative visionary and a trailblazer in the field of communication, which was ignited early in life. By middle school, she had already launched her first design business, getting paid to create custom things for Profiles Black Planet.
Yeah. I'm telling my age.
Yeah, Black BP days, boy. Yeah. And teaching herself to write code in order to and how to publish them. Brittany graduated from the International Academy of Design and Technology in Chicago. Yes, when you stayed in that, what was that, 30 floors up? What was that? Oh my God, dude.
The first one, I think it was like 5th floor 15 or something.
Man, I got a story for you coming that night to see you, because I don't even know if I told you we got pulled over when we left.
Yeah, y'all
told
did.
Yeah, we got pulled over by Chicago police that night. It was not nice. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So yeah, she has made, a shout out Brittany, y'all, because we all community based, and this is another community accolade. She made history while coming in 2014, the first Black full-time employee in the city of Milwaukee's Common Council City Clerk's Public Information Division. By 2018, Brittany reached another milestone and became a lead graphic designer. Brittany, you've been knocking stuff out the park. She's worked with DPW, comptrollers, and more. She's been an impactful design worker in our community. And just lastly, before we go into this interview, she's made significant contribution to development Outlet app as a lead graphic designer and chief marketing officer in partnership with Mr. Cole. And she's helped establish the app's visual identity, messaging, and just knocking out this brand, getting this marketing going. What's up, y'all? Good morning.
What's going on?
What's up, y'all?
Let's talk.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to Be a Voice Radio with Wisconsin Voices. I'm glad to hear y'all. I like this. This is unique because this is, you setting a stamp on what's going on in the city, and we have so many artists that need to find ways to get themselves out here. So y'all break it down. Tell us what's going on.
So basically, whether we talking like for decades, from our generation to our parents' generation, and even before that, artists in the entertainment industry, whether you talking musicians, comedians, actresses, filmmakers, they have all complained about not being compensated fairly, if at all. They've also complained about or just really seeking acceptance or respect from an industry that has never really accepted or respected them, and always begging for a seat at a table that they pretty much built.
Right.
So, when my business partner told me about this idea he had, I was like, let's go with it, because I knew what it was, and I knew that, we needed to be able to give people a chance to really have their voice and profit from their voice. So, stop begging for a seat at the table. The Outlet app is the new table. And it's the only table that you're going to be able to really pull up a seat, eat, and get full at.
I like that. I like that.
Brittany is right, because I felt it was time to create a solution to an age-old problem that, we've been dealing with, and the Outlet is the solution. So whether you are an artist that, it's a platform basically that's a one-stop shop for artists to sell their audio, video, and live events under one platform.
Directly.
Yeah, directly to their fans, and get paid in 48 hours and keep a 50-50 split from, everything. And you don't have to wait quarterly or monthly to receive a payment.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I like that. So I look like that interrupt your question? Hello, Mondo. Is this once a week, Toya? We're gonna have to silence you every week. Once a week, Toya. So we were just discussing before y'all got on, but just the importance. And I know we got Jermaine that's in the building, and this is his lane too. How have you seen this being received? As just as you stepping off the porch with this idea, how has it been received, and what are some of the without giving y'all strategy away, but what's some of the strategies you've been doing to make it, like, I guess, unique to the audience that you want to captivate or grab?
Telling the truth and just getting people to look at their truth. Like, are you getting money? Yeah. No, you not.
And a lot of it is habits that we learning from promoting, that we dealing with artists, because a lot of artists now are used to giving everything away for free.
Yeah.
So now their mentality has to go back to direct sales. And that's why we created the Outlet, for that reason. And this is really a social app that meets direct sales. So that's why I say this is the only app where you could socially connect with your fans and direct sell with your fans at the same time, whether it's a
Mhm.
visual album or an
Audio.
audio album. So now even with comedians, they don't have to go now to Netflix
Yeah, I was
and
wondering about
different
that.
spaces to
Filmmakers don't
ask
have to,
for,
beg
you know,
Tubi or nobody
what they
else.
want for their special.
Yeah, I was wondering
Okay.
about that because I seen that. And Tori, before you asked your question, I was like, when it comes to working with, because it's up and coming comedians, and
Yep.
I just met a comedian that that lives and works in the building that I live in, and she's been doing shows. Like I called her one night and I'm like, where you headed to? She's like, I'm about to go to Madison and do a show real quick. And then I seen her a couple days before that. She was like, I'm about to head downtown and do a show. She's doing things. So would you suggest this to a person? And should I be linking her with some, with y'all?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely, because you got to think about it like this. A lot of times people are already giving their content away for free. So, an artist will, if they're a comedian or even if they're a musician, they'll be on stage and they'll have Instagram live going, YouTube live
Mhm.
going. This platform, you can go and do a regular live. It's called Instant Live.
Okay.
But you can also schedule what's called a future event.
Yeah.
And so just like let's say I plan to make it to your show, but I got sick or I was out of town, whatever. This app allows people to still pay you admission to watch it virtually the same way they would pay you to come physically and see you.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
instead of just going live for free on all these different apps, there's a platform now where you'll get paid and you can set your own price.
Yep.
You can let your audience decide,
Pay
what
what
they
they
think,
want.
what
Yep.
they want to pay, or you can make it free.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Because to say you do got a decent fan base and they all out of town, you got to go do a show out of town. You're like, man, I'm just going, just tap in with me online real quick, and $5 real quick or $10 just to watch me. I know you sitting at home and you end up getting 400 people watching your
For
stream.
$5, that's
$5.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be more than you getting paid to go out of town and perform real quick.
And you got to think, like a lot of artists, especially independent or just starting out, your budget, you're limited to how the capacity of the venue,
Mhm.
how many cities and states you can actually travel to and fuel and
Mhm.
paying people. So when you do these live events or these virtual performances, and whether you're a musician, I got a homegirl that's a dancer. I'm like, how many people can you fit in your studio to teach this choreography to? Versus if you did a virtual lesson, or instruction, now it's unlimited to the money that you could see from that.
Wow. I'm thinking out the people I know. I got a friend now. She be online doing her choreography and doing her thing every single day, and she has a fan base. She's from Milwaukee. She's performing, or she's an artist now down in matter of fact, she told me she worked with you.
About Jay.
No, Ashley Moore.
Oh, Ashley, yeah.
She told me she worked with you. Yeah.
Ashley to download the outlet app.
Yeah, that's
I know
that's,
Ashley.
yeah. Little high school, my little
Yeah,
high school.
that's what I was
sweetheart
finna
thing.
ask.
You know what I'm saying?
So like
It's like, yeah, I
if a
work with you,
person
B.
is a new artist, because I got a daughter that literally like sings in the mirror all day and she has a beautiful voice. My cousin has a studio, but she's very nervous and shy about traveling to different places because of how small she is. She like 4'11", she 28, but she weigh like 100 pounds.
Mhm.
So she like, Ma, I just always been nervous about like having those tours, going out to these places,
Yeah.
and if I don't have no direct person that I'm comfortable with me, I'll be nervous even getting on stage. So she can actually use y'all
the
app
platform. Yeah.
to build her platform
Sure.
Yeah.
right in her basically right in her living room.
Yeah,
huh?
because basically what the platform is, it gives you control to release your art how you want to. It's not now
Okay.
where you feel rushed or feel like, okay, I got to get it to all these people on all these different platforms.
Right.
No, now you in control to say, hey, this is the day I'm releasing my album. And people
Okay.
can come exclusively there, buy it and download it, and it goes in their library inside the app from the
Okay.
purchase.
Oh, all right. So that takes a lot of that pressure and them getting your money from the producers and the studios where they get a new artist or even an old artist and they want 10 albums for them before they can actually get
Right.
their real pay.
Right.
So I
And they gotta pay
dig
that
They'll
it.
money
still
back.
never get it.
And right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Because
the outlet.
they a lot of them
Yeah.
that's pretty much like you saying with the outlet, then you can actually be your own independent
Yep.
Mhm.
owner of
Be
your
your own boss. That's
Yeah.
what we
Yeah,
got
that's what we
merch that
call it.
says
Be your own
BYOB.
boss. Because
Okay.
it go to your bank account too in 48 hours. So now it ain't like you gotta wait on a middleman to actually
Mhm.
distribute the money to you.
And
And
it's
Stripe
set
is the
all up in one
processor,
app
so it
at
ain't
one
like
time.
we
When you
Right.
make your
Yep.
account, like this the thing, you could download the app right now and just play with it. But the minute that you do want to sell something or generate some type of revenue,
Yeah.
to set it up is right there in the app because it's
Okay.
powered through Stripe, the
Okay.
payment processor.
Mhm.
So when you set up your account, you set that up, you link your bank information, with your account. And so whenever you get that sale, you're going to see it in your bank account.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, we ain't no red tape over
I
here.
was just
Yeah,
gonna say,
nah.
y'all cut out that middleman with
Yeah.
holding these artists back.
Yep.
Because you have a lot of good, like here in Milwaukee, I be seeing a lot of good artists that really could go somewhere, but they're getting minuscule.
Yeah.
They get low pay, working
pay.
or no pay, yeah, to basically just be heard so they can get their name out there. And now they actually can use your app and
Yeah.
get
And
their
we
name
would
out there
love
and
them
get
to use
paid.
this app, especially because this is a homegrown business.
Yes.
We would love
Yeah.
for
Black
the
owned.
Milwaukee artists to be the one to blow it up.
The black on.
We would
I
love
like
for the
that.
Milwaukee artists to be the one that blow this
Oh,
thing
yeah.
up and put the whole industry on.
Oh, yeah.
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 That
You
would
want
be
to
great.
With sales, not streams.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is why
Yeah.
my shirt says sales over streams. That's what that means.
Okay.
We rather get sales than streams because streaming is slavery.
And it was so
I-
funny
that's
because
true.
that's what we looked at the ending of every year, how everybody posts their
They
streams.
Mhm.
And we like, nah, we gonna change that to where now you post your sales, not your streams.
Right.
Yeah.
Because your stream, because a lot of people, they streams was the only way that they were getting notoriety.
Right, recognize.
So right. So
But it's like, do you want attention or do you want to get paid?
paid.
Right.
Right. You should want both as an artist.
Yeah.
Yep. You should want both
And-
as an
and
artist.
you get all that fame and it ain't equaling out in the dollars. It just is like you just walking around. Just
Right.
like you ain't got really show for all that hard work. You done did 1,000 views and videos dancing and doing the same little
And
two
it
steps.
costs to do this. You
Yeah.
get this
Yeah, it do.
equipment and stuff, and I'm sure like recording equipment and stuff like
It's
that
expensive.
it's expensive. So you got people who are actually working jobs or side
Mhm.
hustles, DoorDash and doing whatever to pay for studio time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then you put the product out, but you ain't
You
getting the
getting
money
pennies.
back.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, part of that too is a lot of these cats here, and this is what I've known just from working with people here in the city. A lot of people don't know the business aspect
I'm
of
about to
it.
say that.
Yeah.
So it's like they just think making music is you going in there and rapping or singing and then you done. Like,
Mhm.
nah, it's a lot more to you recording your
Yeah.
record and whatever you doing. It's just knowing the business numbers. Because my first my first production deal that was offered to me from the industry was the craziest deal I've ever had in my life.
Mhm.
But if I didn't know the business, I would have took the deal.
Yeah.
Right.
The deal that was offered to me was it was a nice amount of money that
Mhm.
was up front. I'm gonna say at least about 850,000
Mhm.
up front,
Mhm.
but they wanted 75% of my publishing.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
The rights to your song.
Yeah.
And that's a lifetime publishing deal, right?
Well,
Everything.
this deal, it wasn't perpetuity, it was for 5 years plus a 2-year extension.
Mhm.
So I'm like, you want me to sign a
2-year
7-year
extension.
deal
Yeah.
with you getting 75% of my publishing? That only leaves what 15% to be split amongst writers and
Yeah.
everybody else you might bring in on the records.
Mhm.
So you're not really getting that 15 because it could be split amongst other writers, other producers. So you might get 4%, you might get 2%.
Mhm.
It depends on who's all brought in on the record. So me, I was smart. I turned the deal down. Hey, nah, I'm cool. You can keep the 850,000. And by me doing that, I was able to work with Usher and Ro James and Tank, and it's people that I got records that I'm getting checks from every quarterly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Love
nice.
it.
Right.
And now with their app, you would have been actually getting your money every
every
48.
Every time he
Yeah.
got
Yep,
every
every
time
time.
somebody purchased it.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
thing about the streaming, like you got to think, if it takes 15,000 streams for you to even make $100.
Yeah.
You know,
I seen
if
it, yeah.
15,000 people just bought your product even for $1,
Yeah.
that's 15,000 in
Yeah.
48 hours. So
Yeah.
why are we waiting to accumulate streams to equal pennies and
Yeah.
you know all that
Right,
when you could
right.
just like how they did in the old days? They was selling their stuff out the trunk. So we say
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it's not out the trunk, it's out your pocket.
Remember
Because your phone
Aretha
is always
Franklin?
in
Think
your
about
pocket.
Aretha Franklin. They had to pay her off top every show. She wanted cash when she walked in because she said how many problems you had
Right.
when you was waiting on them checks.
Yeah.
So they literally had to pay her cash for her
All right.
show.
And listen to how many TV ones have we seen of sitting at home watching TV One specials of folks
Right.
talking about how they was played. One of the most
Yeah.
famous ones is they weren't TV One, but they was just breaking it down. TLC and Left Eye and Chili and T-Boz breaking down how they
How Pebbles and them
yeah,
played
how
them.
everything went down with them and oh, got it. That's for me. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How they just break down with everything in the industry.
Right,
Yeah.
though.
All right. Here.
Like it's been that's why when I first started, I was like from our generation to my parents' generation, and even before that, like this is something like he said, it's an age-old problem.
Right.
But people have only complained about it, and he came up with a solution. So you know,
That's what I'm hearing, and I'm liking that because that is like y'all the age old eight. That is a lot of our stars. I go on there and I always ask somebody's net worth and be like, dang,
that's it.
that's it.
Mhm.
All them cold songs you got, all that music. You
That's
got, and
because
that's
they don't own.
contracts.
No, they don't own
the
their
right.
records.
Yeah.
So when the record companies is owning your masters, you can put out, you can sell 30 million records. But if you don't have your deal, if your deal is not tied into what you selling and all that other stuff, you're not gonna see the numbers that the record company's gonna see.
Right.
Because one, though, you got to pay back though. If they give you 2-3 million up front, you in debt. So you got to pay that first before you recoup anything. So it's just crazy how the whole industry worked, and that's why Chance, the rapper, took the independent route.
Yeah.
He took the independent route so he can cut out all of that middleman and all that other stuff because they take from you when you really see crumbs. So
yeah, because I hear a lot of people saying that. I mean,
Oh,
you
I've
was just
seen the
talking about that,
contract.
Brittany,
Yeah.
where you see a lot
I
of
have
people.
too, though. I've been in that
literally.
situation.
so you know,
Y'all
was
got
a-
a very similar story.
man,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
that deal
I've
that
been
was
there.
offered to me, I was like 850,000, 75% of my publishing.
The math wasn't math.
Yeah. They told me it'd be no math, but it was some math going
Dude,
on.
it's
For sure.
always math. They know. You
Come
don't
on,
know
man.
the math.
So,
Right.
so it's like about my people being rooted in the industry, and I got a lot of people that's my family that's been in the industry that brought me in. I was doing my homework, so I'm like, okay. So by me doing my homework, I've been in this thing over 20 years,
Mhm.
and I got records that I can stand on that people wouldn't even know that I'd had anything to do with it until they look at the credits and be like, oh, you was.
Yeah.
Man.
One thing I think is really important
so you
that we
didn't. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. We talk about it all the time. Is like, well, specifically when we talking about Black entertainers and musicians and all of that, we always talk about how hip hop. We don't the resources that we always talk about needing to have to access certain things. Y'all talk about that a lot on this show with the usual like topics y'all cover. Hip hop is our number one resource. Culture.
Yeah.
They use it to
Yeah.
sell fast food. They use it to sell cars, clothes,
Everything.
everything. It's
Yep.
everywhere. So when we would talk about it, he was always like, if that's that one resource, we need to be able to really control that
Control it.
since we don't have
Yeah.
control over the water and all of that
For
type of
real.
stuff.
Because we always we never have a seat at the table. We always on the menu.
But that's why we say the outlet is the table.
I see. I like because that's been an age-old problem
It
that we
is.
didn't have. That we have a lot of excellent, talented artists that get these deals from
Yep.
these companies, and they don't have no pay. They don't. You be looking like this person had no control and creative control either.
Yep.
That's important too
Mhm.
for a person to have creative
Mhm.
control too, because if you coming out and you can't be yourself and they get to sell you and
Yep.
and treat you
you how they want.
Yeah.
dress you how
Yeah.
they want to. Or,
Yeah.
Well, if
But
you
we
sign
gon-
that deal, that's what's
That's
going to
what-
happen.
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They own
So we want to get into that a little bit more. We're gonna take a break
Yeah.
because we want artists to know that y'all are giving them an outlet to where you can actually be your own independent what they boss.
Entertainer, right?
So
we on the,
this is Be a Voice
with the
Wisconsin
Outlet app.
Voices, and we are going to be right back.
All right.
You're listening to Wisconsin Voices, Be a Voice Radio. Follow us at BAWI Voice and learn more at wisconsinvoices.org. Hey Milwaukee, tune in to Be a Voice Radio, discussing the latest local and national community and civic topics that matter to you the most. Every Monday and Tuesday at 11 a.m. on 860 WNOV and 106.5 FM.
You're listening to Wisconsin Voices Be a Voice Radio. Follow us at BAWI Voice and learn more at wisconsinvoices.org.
860 AM, 106.5 FM. WNOV, The Voice.
So we over here excited about this this new work, this Outlet app we got, and these great people we got, these movers and shakers. We got Brittany and Joey from the Outlet app in here just talking about it and the importance of it. And I guess I'm just following up with everything you're saying. How are the artists going to get in contact and be able to and work with you on this? Because we got to put this out there. What are the best ways for them to get in the mix and the mingling of this Outlet app? And are y'all thinking about having any sessions or meetings to kind of start bringing in some of the artists and entertainers in the city? Or did I just take that and just throw you out?
Okay. Well, the first thing they could do is just go download it on iOS, which is Apple or Android. It's in the Play Store and in the App Store. So you could go there, download it, look up Outlet app. It'll come right up. That's the first thing you should do. Mm-hmm. And the second thing, just connecting. We are actually doing our the launch party in July. We're gonna do that at No Studios.
Nice.
Hey. So we're gonna do a launch party.
That's a perfect place to have a nice launch party.
Yeah, we're gonna do it upstairs.
All right.
Lounge area.
They can always we have an Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram too,
but if y'all
Facebook.
y'all want to call, like we have a number 865-5353.
Yeah.
And either
You
me
gotta
or
say
him
it slower for 'em.
Oh, I'm sorry. 865.
Somebody might be getting this for their grandbaby real quick.
Right.
Okay, 414 Milwaukee area code 865-5353. Because I know how it is. Sometimes you just want to talk to somebody, and ask. So we be busy, but we do dedicate time to answer people questions. The email address, if you want to send us an email, is contact CONTACT at theoutletapp.com.
Yep.
And then all socials, YouTube, Facebook, what's the other one? And Instagram is all Outlet mobile app.
Nice. Hey, thank y'all. We pumping this. We got to make sure.
865
one more time.
5353.
Yep,
53.
Okay.
All right. Outside of
And
that,
then what was the email? Because I know a lot of our young
go ahead.
artists
No,
probably
you good.
interested in this. And then we definitely, because we're really in the community all
we
the
got
time.
artists we work with all the
and
time.
we got artists we work with all the time. So we definitely I will be definitely, and I know Brian will be mentioning this. I know all of us will, because this is something that we've been a decade old, more than a decade, 100-year-old problem. Is people not being able to be their creative self and be independent in this type of work.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And like y'all were talking about, y'all were saying about comics, people. I got people that do that poetry.
Yeah.
That always say they wish they had a bigger platform. So it's a lot of people that can actually use the outlet app and really excel and be their own independent self. But I want to ask y'all a question: if you had people that want to invest in y'all app, be a investor, how will we do that?
Just contact us and we'll
Okay.
talk from there.
Okay.
And make it make sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's all we got to do.
Okay.
Sit down and make it make sense,
I
and
like that.
we can go from there.
Yeah.
All right.
As
all
long
right.
as you black. No, I'm just
It is
but
Black
you know-
History Month, and you ain't saying
Right.
nothing wrong, bro. Nothing wrong, but you might find
No,
everybody
I'ma
investing
tell-
with that
I'ma
big
tell you
bag.
this.
Yeah.
Like you said, keep that mind where
Right.
as long as it's right, but don't limit yourself to the color of that money.
No.
Listen, I just want to say this real
But
quick.
just
Green.
don't let nobody take control of
Yeah.
your idea.
I just want
I'm
to say
sure
this
y'all
real
got it
quick.
patent.
I just want to say this real quick. Being a musician, a well-known musician in the city and worldwide, I'm going to actually push this to a lot of people because this is my first time hearing of it. And I'm glad that I heard of it because I'm able to take it back and spread it to a lot of people that, I know a lot of people that have bands that's having shows, that's doing stuff. And for those people that can't make it to the show, that's a perfect idea. Hey,
Right.
you can still support me in what I'm doing. If you want to watch it at a later date,
And
this is what it's going to cost.
Give a reasonable price.
I mean, because if you charge, because I know I just did a show about 2 years ago here that I was charging 75 regular entry fee at the door and 90 for VIP, and I had almost 1,000 people in the building.
Mhm.
So just imagine there's people that will support you that can't make it, so you can set your price and still catch for those people that weren't able to come, and they're still able to get that same show that you gave to the people that was actually in the building.
And that was the
So-
purpose of it, because I was taking my daughter to a lot of concerts,
Yeah.
and we would have to drive out of town.
Yeah.
So that sparked this
That's
too,
where it
where I'm
sparked
like,
it,
man, I don't feel like driving. I gotta spend hotel money. I gotta
Yeah.
do this. I gotta
I can
do
stay
that.
at home and watch it.
Yeah, and this app is actually worldwide. So
Nice.
you're not only limited to the area you promoting
Oh,
to, you got the
yeah.
world now,
Yeah.
where you can China, Africa.
All you got to do is drop a track over in Africa and let them pump.
That's
Man,
it.
look, you can retire China. Look, you can retire right there and
Yeah.
bang and hit. Don't let 1.5 million Chinese find out about your black your black rap song, your black R&B song, your whatever
Yeah.
you do, neo soul joint.
And it's gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm
We
sending
got
this
a quick
number
call
to you
real
so I can keep it.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Go ahead. We got a call.
Quick call.
Yeah, quick call real quick. What's up? You on the air? Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices.
Yes, I just want to say good afternoon, Black Excellence. I love y'all. Keep it up. And you ride out, you the bomb. All y'all are. I love y'all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Real quick before we get up out of here, any little plugs y'all want to drop? I do want to thank y'all real quick. Anything else y'all want to say to the people?
Oh, so shout out to Ken Ivy, aka Pimpin' Ken. Joey is being nominated. Y'all go vote at hhfmedia.com
Is it the
for
Hustle
Tech
Award?
Man, the Tech Man of the
Tech Man.
Year.
Tech Man, okay.
Yeah, so you can
Nice.
find him. Go vote for that. We sponsor a play by C.L. Woodson. He's a playwright from
Yep.
Milwaukee.
The
He
Bruh
has
Man.
he has a play called Bruh Man Needs Love Too. Bruh Man from the Fifth Floor. From
Yeah.
Martin. And that's March 22nd. It's at the PAP,
Pap,
right?
yep.
Wow.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
PAP. So you
All
know,
I might do
Check
that
that
for my
out.
birthday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
My
That's
birthday
your
the
birthday week.
23rd.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mhm.
man, I
Come
did
on
that
out.
play with him. Well, not that one, but I did another play with him about a year or two ago, and I had put the band together for him.
Oh, first
Down at
you
the
know
PAP.
him.
Cecil, yeah.
Come on, man.
That's
That's my
Yeah,
dude.
blood
Okay.
then.
Okay,
Blood
that's
then.
what's up. Look,
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee,
small.
so
Yeah,
good.
we just need to bring that silos, bring it together more, and we gonna
Hey,
keep doing
with
that.
app,
And that's what
Yeah.
we're trying to do.
I really
That's
feel
Yeah.
that that's
Okay,
y'all-
so we up
Yeah,
out of here,
we
y'all.
up
I'm
outta
sorry.
here.
Be a Voice Radio, Wisconsin Voices. We out on at the Outlet app. We'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless y'all. Be safe.
860 AM, 106.5 FM. WNOV, The Voice.